I can't talk. Okay, let's just chill. Let's just talk about the player character. No pressure. No video. Who cares about the video? Hi, it's me. So let's be real. I don't talk a lot about SSO on this channel because I don't really play it anymore. But I still want the best for it. The main thing that's been going around lately is the beta testing for the new player character, which yes, I did apply to, but I didn't get in. But I've still seen all the videos going around on Instagram, all the discussions on Discord and other social media on YouTube, and I figured I wanted to give them my bit of honest and constructive feedback. So here it is. Starting off, I want to say that the characters do look super wonky in the game. We all have to be real about that. And that is because they're not finished. This is beta testing and they still have a lot of work to be done. And therefore it looks super wonky with old animations, clipping, stretch clothes, etc, etc, etc. I will admit I do wish that they had gotten further along for the beta testing, and that was kind of what I expected as well, but it is what it is. So this video will mainly be focusing on the body shapes because that is said to be finalized by SSO on their blog post. The comment I've been seeing the most about this is that it doesn't really feel like there is a selection of body shapes, it just feels like there's a selection of body sizes, and I definitely do agree with that. All the bodies look very similar to one another, just with added slightly more or less weight. I feel like especially the three smallest bodies are very similar to one another, and the body number 2, for example, could be switched out with a smaller body than number 1. Mainly because there are people who are smaller than body number 1, and I would like to see more representation from that. It's definitely good to see that we have representation on the other scale as well, and that is very good, but there are also people who are smaller than body number 1, and especially after seeing this body in the game, I feel like it is a bit too big for some people. So size-wise, I think that's the only thing that I would change. If they switched out body number 2 with a more petite body, I think they would have great representation in terms of weight. And next there is body shapes, and that is a big issue for this new character model. Like I said earlier, and like a lot of other people have said, this feels a lot like the same body with different weights. The only difference in body shape that I can find is that body number 5 seems to be a bit more like rectangular or oval shaped than the others. But the other 5 bodies seem to be the exact same shape, and that's not very inclusive or diverse. Body number 3 seems to be the one that's supposed to be a little bit more buff, but it doesn't look very buff. They wrote in the blog post that muscle definition and other stuff would come later, so looking away from the actual muscle definition, I feel like body number 3 would benefit from an inverted triangle shape. And as for the 2 smallest bodies, I feel like one of them should have more of an hourglass shape. Obviously, limiting ourselves to only 6 choices is very difficult in terms of diversity and representation, but assuming they will limit themselves to 6 choices, I feel like the changes I presented will get them a long way. However, I do still want to bring up the concept art that was presented to us almost a year ago now. In this concept art, we had 7 different bodies, and these felt super diverse. And I remember when this was first presented, everyone was so hyped about the new characters, because they just looked so good. Even though it's not that much with 7 bodies either, I feel like these bodies from the concept art look way more diverse than what we got finalized. We got some bigger bodies, we got some smaller bodies, we got a buff body, we got some square shapes, we got some triangles, we got some hourglass ones. And if we look at the side drawings, we even see that the size of the chest is different from body to body, and even the shape of the stomach. I feel like the only thing I would change about this concept art is making the smallest body just a little bit smaller, because there are still people in real life who are smaller than this, and they also deserve representation. But overall, I will just say that I hope they will look more at the concept art from a year ago, because that looks very good and it looks very diverse compared to the finalized version. I feel like I would be comfortable playing with 2 or even 3 of the body types from the concept art, but meanwhile I don't feel like I'm represented personally in either of the finalized bodies, which is a problem when you're trying to include representation in the game. Not to mention that in the actual game it looks like they put all the weight around the thighs, which, yeah, let's just hope it's not supposed to be like that. But hey, this video is not gonna be about me complaining about the things I didn't like, because, like I said, the characters are not finished, there's still a lot to be done. So let's all just hope that they do take into consideration all the feedback and all the concerns expressed around the community, because we all want this character to turn out well. And let's be clear, we want it to be good at release. Let's also hope that there will be another beta test when they have gotten further along in the process, where they have a little bit of animations and a little bit more clothes fitted and a little less clipping, not to mention. Anyway, I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions about this, so make sure to leave a comment down below so that I can see them. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, if you did, I'll see you around. Bye!